The Pixel tablet is Google's first attempt at the form factor in 5 years. It's been met with mixed reviews, although I think there's a strong case to be made for this interesting bit of tech. While not perfect, it might be the perfect fit for you. Let's get into it. The build quality of the Pixel tablet and speaker continues Google's trend towards an elevated and recognizable look for all of their hardware. I really love the colors, the finishes, and the materials they've been gravitating towards in recent years. As a Pixel 6 Pro user, the Pixel tablet feels every bit as solid with its aluminum frame and ceramic coating. I was worried at first that the coating might feel cheap, but it really doesn't, surprisingly. The volume buttons are clicky, and the combination power button and fingerprint sensor is lightning fast. Both cameras front and rear are 8 megapixel, and we'll definitely get back to them later. As we keep touring around the tablet itself, we'll find the 4 speakers, a USB-C port for charging when you're away from the dock, and of course, that 10.95-inch screen. It's an LCD, and it's 2560 by 1600 resolution, and it's more than serviceable for your streaming needs, which is great because you can get up to a reported 12 hours of watch time on a single charge. It gets up to 500 nits of brightness, and while Google claims it has an anti-smudge coating, yeah, it's shiny glass, it's gonna get fingerprints and smudges. I have the 128 gig model that's packed with 8 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, and of course comes with that Tensor G2 chip. Now that we've run through the laundry list of specs, I'd like to point out why this tablet has resonated with me so deeply. I work from home where the Nest Hub Max-like tablet was meant to thrive. It's incredibly satisfying to wake up and pick it up off the speaker while I make my morning coffee and swipe through some emails or make sure I haven't missed any meetings. It's the perfect in-between device for when I want to do something that demands more screen real estate than my phone, but doesn't require me to sit at my desk. It's also a sleek smart home remote that I use to control most of the things around my house. Sure, the Pixel tablet isn't a powerhouse that allows for video editing workflows like the iPad Pro, but for the majority of people, this is enough. Even as someone who makes content myself, even if I could edit on my tablet, that doesn't mean I would necessarily ever want to. It's a pretty solid experience for those in the Pixel ecosystem that bridges your devices, offering that in-between that you might need to keep organized or just destroy someone in Hearthstone. And while I really do enjoy this tablet, it's in no way perfect. The speaker it comes paired with is both an Achilles heel and a win in a really weird way that you don't really see much in tech. Using the magnets on the back of the tablet itself, docking the speaker base will deliver a more full sound. Slow charging that protects the life of your battery, and it'll activate a really useful ambient mode. But without the tablet, the speaker is an expensive brick, unable to connect to anything on its own via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. And in a strange twist, the tablet's onboard speakers are just good enough, and the speaker base is just middling enough that when it's unplugged, the tablet is just as useful. I found myself completely unplugging from the wall and bringing the tablet and speaker over to my desk for added productivity. Or I've brought it over to the kitchen to cook alongside a YouTube video, all without missing the deeper sound from the powered base when it's plugged in, but still appreciating that I could use it to hold the tablet itself as a stand. Perhaps my biggest issue with the Pixel tablet, well, it goes to the name itself, which is what makes this folly so unforgivable: the cameras. While the Pixel tablet cameras are capable of some fan favorites like Magic Eraser, Photo on Blur, Long Exposure, and even Guided Frame, these cameras just aren't good enough to bear the Pixel name. I'd go far enough to say that they're unacceptable given the reputation the Pixel line of phones have garnered. Personally, I've never once used the cameras on the tablet outside of this preliminary testing, but for anyone who wants to actually use these, well, good luck. Far and away, I find them to be the worst part of the tablet. And yes, I find it much worse than dealing with the unoptimized Android tablet apps, which really isn't that big of a deal for me, as it's been for some other reviewers. In summary, who is this for? While many have panned it entirely, I think it's perfect for the work-from-home warrior who might also be in the Pixel or at the very least Android ecosystem. And it'll score bonus points with those who have a Google Assistant-powered home. People who need that coffee table device, one that bridges the gap between the bigger screens in their lives and the smaller ones in their pockets, can depend on the Pixel tablet. And what's even better than the run-of-the-mill coffee table tablet? This one that's charged every time you pick it up and even serves its own purpose when it's set down. It's the best of both worlds in a way that works but still has some room to grow, admittedly. This isn't a powerhouse iPad Pro replacement. This tablet will not make anyone jump ecosystem ships. What will it do? It'll be the reliable tablet that's ready to tackle tasks whenever you need it to.